The EPA estimates that 75% of American waste can be recycled. However, we only end up recycling about 30% of it, and that number needs to change. Hello out there, guys! So today I'm going to be talking to you about recycling. This is going to be just the basics of recycling, just the introduction to it and things that everyone can do and how you can get started on recycling in your community. So let's get started. The definition of recycling is to convert waste into a reusable material. Let's talk about a few great things about recycling. First, it reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills and combustion sites, conserves natural resources such as timber, which is from trees, water, and minerals. It prevents pollution by reducing the need to collect new materials. It saves energy, reduces greenhouse gas emissions. My personal favorite is this one. It helps to sustain the environment for future generations. And that's really important. Those of you who have kids or grandkids or great-grandkids, or even if you don't yet, you want them to have a nice place to live, right? I mean, I do. It also helps to create many jobs. There are actually a lot of jobs created from recycling, and that's a really great thing. So next, what items are recyclable? A few of them are aluminum, glass, paper, and plastic. Most people know that those can be recycled, and most of those items can be recycled. Most of the recycling that we get comes from the kitchen, so it's really important to pay attention when you're cooking to see if something can be rinsed out and recycled. Batteries, electronics, oil, light bulbs, those are all less common things that we don't really think about right away when we think about recycling. Those can be recycled also, but they need to be recycled properly. A lot of places like Target and Best Buy will take your old electronics, some batteries, cell phones, and they will collect them so that they can be safely and properly recycled. And that's a really great thing. So if you ever wonder what to do with that drawer of old cell phones, and there's nothing else you can do with it, you can drop it off somewhere and they'll have it recycled for you. Another thing that can be a little bit complicated to recycle is plastic bags. And one of the best ways that you can reduce your impact, first of all, use a reusable bag. That is a huge thing. Sometimes it's easy to forget to bring your bag in, and it's just not a habit that most Americans are used to today. So if you can't bring a reusable bag and you end up getting some plastic bags, keep them all together, and then next time you go to the store, I know that Target, most grocery stores I've seen now also have recycling areas for plastic grocery bags. So that's really great. It makes it really easy. Another great thing that I've been seeing lately would be recycling bins next to garbage cans. And I'm talking like out in public, often in like fairly populated areas where maybe in cities I've seen them pop up a lot more. There are recycling bins next to garbage cans on public streets. And that's a really great opportunity for you to recycle your Starbucks cup or just any little bit of plastic or glass bottles that you would have and you might want to throw in the garbage right away, but since there's a recycling bin conveniently located right there next to it, make sure that if you see that, you are using it. Also, not all recycling facilities will take the caps on your plastic bottles, so make sure that you check with your local recycling center and see if they will be able to recycle the caps. I always separate mine from the bottle because it's actually a different type of plastic. If you notice, the cap is actually a harder plastic than the bottle. Another really great thing that you can do is donate your clothes or donate things that you don't need anymore. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, you can donate it to Goodwill or Salvation Army, or homeless shelters will take blankets, clothes. They'll just check your local shelter, and I'm sure that there is a long list of things that they are in need of. And that's another really great way to help the community too, because they really do need those things, and not everyone can afford to go out and buy new clothes. So if they can go and get them used, then you're helping them out also, and you clean out your house. So that's a really great way to recycle some of your more household items. A lot of neighborhoods nowadays have neighborhood pickup. With your garbage pickup, they will also have recycling pickup, and you'll put the big can out to the street, and the recycling truck will come and they'll dump it into their truck, and then they take it back to the recycling facility, and that is really great. However, I know that on a lot of college campuses, I know that for most people who rent, it's a little bit harder to find a recycling bin that's easily accessible. At least you don't have your own personal one like you would if you just have a house with the collection system. So if your area doesn't have trucks that come around and collect your recyclables, then I would recommend checking your local area and just do a quick Google search and say recycling near me. And there are often bins located in grocery store parking lots or near a town hall. They will have big bins, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're blue, and you can separate your cardboard, paper, plastic, and glass. They'll take it all. And it's really, really easy once you find your location. And a lot of cities are providing more of those bins for drop-off location. I always feel good when I take my recycling to the drop-off center, or when I rent something out and put it in the recycling bin. It always just makes me feel like I'm doing my part for the community and for the earth, and it's just a really great feeling. So I hope you guys learned something today. Let me know in the comments below, do you recycle? If so, what is your recycling center like? Do you have pickup at your house? Do you take your recycling to a drop-off center? What do you do? How do you do it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want to know more in-depth information about recycling and how to recycle more tricky objects, or to find out if something can even be recycled, go check the links down below. You can go to www.epa.gov/recycle, and they have a ton of information on their website. I also, when I was doing my research, found a really cool website. It's called dosomething.org, and I'll have that link down below too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Light bulbs,